Confirmation bias is a psychological phenomenon where people tend to favor information that confirms their existing beliefs or hypotheses while disregarding evidence that contradicts them. This bias influences decision-making, critical thinking, and how individuals interact with the world. Its impact is pervasive across various areas of life, shaping personal, social, and professional experiences. Below are 12 topics that illustrate the workings of confirmation bias in different contexts. 1. Science and research. In science, confirmation bias can skew experimental outcomes. Researchers may unconsciously design experiments or interpret data in ways that support their hypotheses, overlooking contradictory evidence. This bias can hinder scientific progress by reinforcing flawed theories. To counteract it, scientists use peer review and replicate studies to validate findings objectively. 2. Media consumption. People often consume media that aligns with their views, reinforcing existing beliefs. For example, a person with a particular political stance might only follow news outlets that support their ideology. This creates echo chambers where dissenting opinions are excluded, limiting balanced perspectives and promoting polarization. 3. Social interactions. In personal relationships, confirmation bias influences how we perceive others. If someone believes a colleague is unreliable, they may notice instances of tardiness while ignoring their timely contributions. This selective perception can perpetuate misunderstandings and hinder trust. 4. Politics. Confirmation bias significantly impacts political opinions. Supporters of a candidate often interpret their actions positively, while critics see the same actions as negative. This bias perpetuates divisions and impedes constructive dialogue, as individuals cling to preconceived notions rather than evaluating evidence objectively. 5. Health decisions. Health-related beliefs, such as views on vaccination or alternative medicine, are influenced by confirmation bias. People may seek information supporting their stance, ignoring credible sources that challenge it. This can lead to decisions that compromise personal and public health. 6. Education. Students may favor information that aligns with their preconceived notions, disregarding content that challenges their understanding. This bias can hinder learning and critical thinking, as learners resist adapting to new information that contradicts their beliefs. 7. Workplace dynamics. In professional settings, managers might favor employees who align with their expectations while overlooking the achievements of others. This can create a biased workplace environment, affecting team dynamics, morale, and opportunities for growth. 8. Religion and spirituality. Religious beliefs are often shaped and reinforced by confirmation bias. Individuals may interpret experiences or scriptures to support their faith while disregarding evidence or arguments that challenge it. This bias can strengthen personal convictions but may also hinder interfaith understanding. 9. Legal systems. In legal proceedings, confirmation bias can affect judgments. Jurors or judges might focus on evidence supporting their initial impressions of a case, ignoring contradictory details. This can compromise fairness and lead to wrongful convictions or acquittals. 10. Consumer behavior. Confirmation bias influences purchasing decisions. Consumers may seek reviews or opinions that validate their preferences while ignoring negative feedback. This can lead to overconfidence in choices and dissatisfaction when expectations are not met. 11. Personal relationships. In romantic relationships, people may selectively notice behaviors that confirm their beliefs about their partner's qualities, good or bad. This can lead to either idealization or unnecessary conflict, distorting the reality of the relationship. 12. Social media. Algorithms on social media platforms reinforce confirmation bias by curating content that aligns with user preferences. This creates filter bubbles that limit exposure to diverse viewpoints, intensifying bias and contributing to misinformation spread. Conclusion. Confirmation bias shapes how individuals interpret and interact with the world, often reinforcing pre-existing beliefs while ignoring contradictory evidence. Its influence spans various aspects of life, from science to relationships. Recognizing and addressing this bias is crucial for fostering critical thinking, informed decision-making, and meaningful dialogue. By actively seeking diverse perspectives and challenging our assumptions, we can mitigate the effects of confirmation bias and embrace a more balanced understanding of the world.